Hey there everyone, all the techies and data enthusiasts there. So guys, myself Sai Kumar and I'll be the host for this interesting video. So guys, in today's video we are going to learn what is Ollama and how you can install Ollama. How can you create your own custom LLM model? So I created a Naruto LLM model using Ollama where the model behaves same like Naruto, the characterization, how he is going to speak, the same way it is going to give the dialogues and it is going to give us the output to the question whatever we ask. And apart from this, even I have shown how to Dockerize or how to get the Docker container and run Ollama in that particular Docker container. And after this, finally, I have used RAG approach where I used MongoDB, which is a free of cost, and even Ollama and Llama 2 model. So I used all this, and with the help of Ollama embeddings and Ollama, I imported Llama 2 model and I created a RAG approach where I was getting a very accurate answers compared to Hugging Face. So many of them might have been facing this issue, like if you take the Hugging Face model. So you know, right, in Hugging Face, if you want to use the model, you have to either use GGUF models, which they have created, or else you have to use the default model. So when it comes to Llama 2 and other models, you don't have the access to default models. So for that particular reason, I have used Ollama where you can directly download the models and you can work with that. You can access in Hugging Face, but there is a lot of hallucination. Why I don't know. Whatever models comes from Hugging Face, those models are hallucinating a lot. So the same approach I used using Ollama and I was getting a very accurate answers. So we are going to build a QA bot where MongoDB is our vector database. I'll be showing you how you can configure that and the entire RAG approach I am going to explain. So guys, this particular video is going to be very interesting. If you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel and on the bell notification. Now let's dive into my screen. Guys, firstly, let me just tell you all what is Ollama. Ollama is like you can say it's a command line interface which allows you to download the open source language models like Llama 2, Mistral, or even there are many open source language models like even Llama is there. You can install them and you can run locally on your laptop. You can fine tune them and you can create a custom models based on them. You don't require to pay anything. So the main ideology of Ollama is to make it open source and everyone should be able to create their own language models and fine tune them. So it was actually a good idea. In this particular video, I'll show you all how you can install Ollama, and going forward, I'll tell you some more interesting points related to Ollama. So let me just search for Ollama here. We'll get the first website here. Just click on that. Now you can see here, if you just click on this models, right, you get many open source models here, like you have Llama, you have Llama 2. You can see here pull requests 860.5k pulls have been made and even 102 tags. You can see here it's continuously updating. You can see even the updated 2 days ago. Llama has been updated 2 days ago. So the models which you will be downloading, you have to even make sure that you're gonna see them because they will be continuously updating, and based on the updates, if you require, you can re-download the models. So like you can see even Falcon is there, Dolphin PHI, why, and even you can see here there is something called as CodeLLaMA, Llama 2. All these open source models are available. Actually, you can use them also in your Google Colab, or you can install them and use. But Ollama will make you more handy and you can install them and even you can push them to your Ollama web page where you can access them. So it's completely good, you can say. Now let me just show you all how you can install this. Just click on download. Once you click on download, you will get the options here. It's available for Mac OS, Linux and in Windows. Windows and Mac OS, just one click it will get downloaded. But when it comes to Linux, here you can see this is the command. Make sure you copy this command and run, it will get downloaded. Okay, now just click on this download button, immediately it will get downloads. So I already have downloaded Ollama. You can see here I have just cancelled it and even I have removed that because I already have Ollama. If you just see here, I guess you can see here the icon. So you can see here Ollama is running. This is Ollama's icon. You can see here it is running right now. Okay. So just click on download and normal double click and install. How you normally install the applications, you're going to install Ollama in the same way. Okay. So let me just tell you all what is the main advantage of Ollama. Okay. So if you see the OpenAI, Gemini, and even Mistral, they have come up with the API keys. So if you want to learn LLMs and if you want to code or else if you want to fine tune the LLM models, you have to use their API keys. So if you want to use their API keys, obviously you have to pay the money, whatever it is there for the tokens you use. So to overcome that, they all are not open source models. They all are like pay as you go. How much you're gonna use, you're gonna pay amount for that. But to overcome that, now you have this all the open source models available. Even Meta's Llama 2 is open source, and Ollama is gonna give you like you can say it is gonna help you to install, and you can fine tune and you can run it. I'll show you all how you can fine tune in my next video, and upcoming videos also I'm gonna show you all how you can create the projects with Ollama, and also how you can install Docker containers of Ollama instead of installing it in your local system. How you can run the Docker containers. Everything will be interesting, so make sure you subscribe the channel and on the bell notifications to make like get the latest AI updates. Okay, so if you just click on download and you will get it over. So that's all, guys. Now just go to your terminal. For that, I'll just run Windows R CMD. So I got here. So you can see here. Now this is running. So there are some certain commands to run Ollama. So there are some commands which you can use. So if you see here, Ollama list. So if I just type this, you can see here, I have installed Llama 2B 2 billion parameters model, and the ID of it size is 1.7 GB, and I have modified it 11 days ago. So you can see here, I have only installed this left out models, I have removed them. Now I'll show you all. So you can see here, this is Ollama's official GitHub page, you can say. I'll give you this Ollama's GitHub page link below. You can have a look on that. You can see here, Ollama run Llama 2. So it is gonna install. These are the commands how you can download Ollama, and even you can customize the model for customizing, and other commands are there. So first let me just show you all how you can install it. So like for example, let me install the lighter version. From this, I have installed Llama 2B 7B, no, Oracle Me. So you have all this from this. Which can I install? Okay, let me install Llama 2 only, or let me just install Mistral if Mistral is available. There is Mistral, yeah, Mistral. You can see here Mistral, it's 4.1 GB. So let me just go with this one only, Llama 2. I'll just copy this command and I'll paste it here. Ollama run Llama 2. If I just run this, so you can see here pulling manifest. So if the model is available, it will start to run that model, or else it will start to install the model. Okay. So guys, I have just paused the video so that let it to install. You all can see here. Still it's getting installed. 1.9, it's 2 GB is done. Let me just pause out for another 2 minutes. It will get installed. It depends on your internet speed. So how much speed is your internet? So based on that, it gets installed. So for me, it's running at 2.58. Yeah, 10 Mbps speed it's running right now, but it's taking time because it's 4 GB, right? It's fine. Let it to install completely. Let me just pause the video again. So it's about to get installed, guys. You can see here more 600 MB left. So it will get installed within another second. So by the time you can just see here in this, you can see a CLI reference. So if you want to create your own like model, or if you want to pull a model, so you can use this. Normally that command Ollama run Llama 2, this is to run the model. But if you want to like pull the model, you can use this. And if you want to remove some model, you can use this particular command. I'll show you all. So if the model is not installed, then only it will automatically install if you run this command. That is the main advantage of this particular command. So I have just showed you all to run the command. So now you can see here it's about to be installed 3.5. It depends on the speed completely, like how speed is your internet and how fast it's gonna pull from the website. Okay, so last 200 MB. So I'll just show you all these commands, and you will be getting this particular GitHub link and even this download website link also in this video description. You can download it. And guys, I have my own Discord community where I'll be personally texting you all. If you all require, you can message me and you all can connect with me over there. So I have given my Discord channel link in this video description. You all can connect me over Discord and you can message me there. So it's about to get installed. Okay, last one point. It's done almost. Yeah, 100% it's done. Now it's pulling it for like what are the left out things are there. It's just pulling them. Time, so you can see here it's getting installed. So to install this or use this, if you have GPU in your laptop, it will be plus. So those who all want a laptop recommendation, so guys, I feel I'm using Asus Tough Gaming. So this is at the reasonable cost. Also you'll get it around between 50 to 60, which has a better GPU. So you can see it's done, which has a better GPU. You can just check with this or even the latest one, but make sure you go with NVIDIA GPUs. So if you have NVIDIA GPUs, it will be handy for you to learn data science. Don't take like I would recommend you all instead of checking the AMDs, make sure if you get NVIDIA for your budget, you go with NVIDIA GPUs. Okay. So here I'll just ask. See, I can ask here like, or else let me just think of a question. So what is YouTube? So you all can see here, it's just generating. YouTube is a free video sharing platform where users can upload, share, and view videos. It's found in 2005. So you can see here, former PayPal employees, later acquired by Google in 2006. So you can see it's generating, but it's for me it's generating a bit slow because it's using more GPU at the back end. Even the OBS is running and even my broadcast is running. So even this Ollama, so the GPU usage is very high in my laptop. Because of that, it's taking a bit time. But you all can see how it's generating the things. It's not stopping, yeah, okay. So based on the data it has, it is just generating it. The model which it is having, so it's a 7 billion data set, I guess, right? Yeah, it's 7 billion. So only it's generating based on the data set available to it, and it's trained on which. Let me just stop it here. Okay, so I have just stopped it here because it's continuously generating, but you can see here, you can see the output here. So now if you just type like exit, enter. So now it will come out of the Ollama model. No, it's not, okay, okay. Let me just q slash by. Yeah, just these are the commands, control plus D to you or control plus D exit. Okay, so to exit you can use control plus D or slash by. So I have used slash by. So it got like exited. So you can just see now the list. I am using Ollama 2 latest model which is of 3.8 GB and it got installed, and this is my ID of Ollama. Okay, so you all can see here. Now if I go to my GitHub and you can see here, this is to create a model file, and this is to pull Ollama and to remove. So let me just copy this command. I'm not gonna remove Ollama. However, I thought to reinstall Gemma, so I'm just gonna remove Gemma 2B. So I'm just gonna enter, deleted Gemma 2B. So now you can see the list, it's gone. Within a second, the 1.7 GB data model of Gemma is got deleted. You can see here multi-line input. So you can give even multi-line input if you want to give multi-line input at triple quotes. What's in this image? So you can even give the image and even ask it based on the image. So let's give a try. Let me just open any image if I have right now. Just let me just have a look on pictures. Okay, I'll take this image for now. Or let me just take this image. This looks a bit good. Copy path. Okay. So what was the question? For me before that, let me just make it run. Ollama run llama 2 image, and you are gonna just give the path. So you can see here it is generating. It's going. I can't satisfy your request. An AI model, and I don't have access to the contents on your computer file. It's important to respect people's privacy. So okay, it's not getting access, but here it was able to see. It was able to access the content in the laptop. You can see here there is a answer here. Might be due to the privacy concerns. Now they might have disabled it. So that's all. These all are the commands which you have of Ollama. You can just give a try on this. And if you just want to stop this, just slash by. But you can see here, if you close the terminal also, Ollama will be running here. So to stop this, either you can give a left click and quit Ollama if you are a Windows user, or you can. Guys, we are going to take the code reference from this particular GitHub only. This is Ollama's official GitHub. So from this only we are gonna take the code reference and we are going to create the custom LLM model. So guys, before we move further, if you have not installed the Ollama, make sure you install it. So in my previous video, I have already shown you all how you can install Ollama and how you can install all the LLM models locally. So if you have not watched that video, please make sure you watch that video and continue with this particular video. That video link is in this video description and even in the iCard session out up. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll just first minimize this and we'll create a folder here. Okay. Create a new folder called Ollama. I'll just give Ollama 1. So I'll open this folder, and here what we are gonna do, we are going to just open this with our VS Code. I'll tell you all why. So this is the VS Code. I got the VS Code. Yeah, VS Code. And now, so if you just go down, you can see already I have covered all this, and even to download the command is here. Okay, so everything is here. So I have already installed Ollama. To verify that the Ollama is running, you can just show up here. So you can see this is the icon. I guess you all can see this icon. Let me just move my self a bit. Wait a second. Yeah. So, okay. So now I guess you all can see the icon here, right? You can see here, this is Ollama icon. So this here down. So that's running right now. Just a second. Let me bring myself back. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now in this you can see here. Okay. So I already have the Ollama model running in my laptop. So verify that also. You can just open the command prompt, and here you can write Ollama. So I have some models already running. You can see here I have already installed Llama 2 model. So it's of 3.8 GB. It's already running in my laptop. Okay. So I just have this. Now what we are gonna do? We are gonna create the custom model, right? So the code to create the custom model, here you can see here, create a model, and you can see here, this is the code. Just copy this code. Okay. And just create a file here called, you can give any name. I'll just give Ollama. Okay. And I'm going to paste the code here. Whatever I have copied, I'll paste it here. And I'm going to write here. So here you can see you are Mario, right? So I'm going to change this. You are Naruto from Naruto anime series. Okay, and answer. Okay, so what your answer? All the questions asked on Python, data science, and what else can we give? Python, data science, and machine learning. Okay, so guys, that's all. Now what you are going to do, if you have not copied it, just make sure you copy this. This is done. System. Okay, yeah. So this is done. Now what you will be doing, so you will be just opening that folder again. So Ollama one folder, you open this, you can see here the file has already been created. So now what you will be doing, just go back here and type cmd command prompt. So we want command prompt here. Okay, so we got the command prompt here. Again we'll go back to our this particular code here. So now what we'll be doing, so you can see here, so you have to create the model. So to create the model, just copy this and paste it here, and here I will be changing this file name to Ollama and model name will be Naruto, and enter. You can see here, that's all. You can see here it has created a metadata model and it has even cloned and it has done everything. So it is successfully done and it is manufactured already. So to verify that we can run that, before that let me just show you the code once. So this code, you can see this is a text file. This is not any py file. Remember this is not a code py file. Okay, so this is just a text file. You can see here from llama 2, and you can see the parameters and temperature is equals to 1. So this is because higher and it's more creative. So for creativity you can tweak the temperature also. So it's of your choice, and we are just creating or fine tuning our model with the custom LLM model. So with llama 2 only, we are using llama 2 open source model. And system message, we are giving the prompt here to the system. Okay, that's all. The code is pretty simple and it's not that complicated. Okay, so now here what you will be doing, just type the command Ollama run Naruto and enter. So you can see here it is loading right now. So for this, make sure if you don't install Ollama, it will definitely throw you error. Okay, it will not even run these commands. So it will take a bit time, but it will be activated. Yeah, it's activated now. Now you can see here. Let me just ask it, who are you? Okay. So it is creating the answer. Okay. Okay, it has done it. So it should start executing now. It's taking a bit time because there is a high load in my laptop. Let me just check, and yeah, it's high load, but it's okay. It's running, right? You can see here. Oh, nice. I am Naruto Uzumaki, the 7th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village, and also a skilled ninja. And so this is not gonna stop. You can see here. Let me just close the Docker for now, so it will run fast. Quit Docker desktop. Okay. Okay. So my Docker desktop is closed. Okay. So you can see here. You can see it is telling, oh, Naruto, I am Naruto Uzumaki and from the Leaf Village. So Leaf Village, you know, right? Hidden Leaf Village character. Those who are watching anime, they definitely know it, Naruto series. Okay, so now let us ask it a question. Okay, so what this code will do. So let's give him a simple code. Print hello world. Enter. So this is terminal based, right? So let me just execute this. After this, I'll show you all how you can write even a code to run it. Okay. Even using Python, how you can call it. Okay. So now this is already running in my laptop locally. The model Naruto is created locally in my laptop. So I'll show you all once it's let this to be done. Oh, easy question. The code right here will simply print the string hello world on the console. And it's like basic ninja training for your coding skill, you know. So, okay, this is a kind of, you can see here, it is a characterization of okay, you can see here. So it is the characterization of Naruto, right? So whatever Naruto will be speaking, he is a more talkative kind of guy and a naughty guy, right? So the same way, like how he speaks and how he shouts always, the same way he is like this model is trying to make the things very creative. You can see here. Just like how I learned how to use my ninja skills from Master Kakashi. Okay. Learning my jutsu from, okay, new programming concepts from source nerve scope. So you can see here. So the how you are gonna write the prompt here based on this system prompt, your model varies. Okay, so you can tweak this system prompt and you can create many different characters. So if you like some other character in anime, like you can create Sasuke's LLM model or Kakashi, or even there are many other characterizations, right, in Naruto. So you can create any ones. So now the Naruto is a talkative guy. So it is like continuously, it is not at all stopping. You can see here. So the token size is very high. It's continuously printing. So he is just talking the stuff it's going on. Okay, so the text message you can see or whatever context here it is, it's going on. So you can even create a Sasuke model or even Kakashi, because if you see in the series they will be like very less talkative. You mean they'll be talking very less. Okay, so compared to Naruto, so you can try with that also. See, that's all. Let's make him a bit irritating also. Last prompt. Okay, I don't think that's correct. Anything. So let us see what will be the reaction. So my laptop, like there are many LLM models running, so it is taking a bit, but in your laptop it should run fast. Okay. Nervously scratches head. Well, I apologize. It seems that I mistake earlier. Okay. Exactly trained in the way of coding or data science. Okay, so he is just like apologizing. So this model, like he's not shouting. That's fine. Let me just stop it here. I'll just stop it here and I'll give by statement. Okay, to close the model. You can see here now the model is very interesting, right? So you can even check like Ollama list. Okay. If you run Ollama list, you can see here now there is a new model called Naruto, and it is the same of 3.8 GB because Llama 2 is just the fine-tuned version here. It's a custom GPT, that's all. Okay. So you all can try it out. Now let me just show you quickly the coding point also. To run the coding point cell, so I have the code in LangChain. So we'll be using LangChain for that. So in LangChain, right? Not in this. Wait a second. So actually this is the code one. So this is the code of Ollama, which is available in LangChain official documentation. Okay. So in this page, if you scroll down, you can see for API, this is the code. And to run in Python, you can see here. Let me just copy this. This is enough for me. And the code is very pretty simple, right? So let's go back to our VS Code. Here what I'll do, I'll again create a new file. New file is not required. I'll just directly open the terminal. New terminal. I'll select my git bash here. Okay, git bash. So I'll just type Jupyter Notebook because we'll be executing this code in Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Let me use command prompt only instead here. Okay, so this is running. Let my Jupyter Notebook to get open. Okay, it's open right now. Just click on new and Python kernel. So I'll open the Python kernel here. Time it opens, let me just adjust me a bit. Okay, yeah. So I'll just simply I'm just naming this. Okay, so I'll just copy the code here, paste the code here directly. So first time if you are running, if you don't have LangChain, then this will definitely throw the error. So just write this command pip install. Okay, here you can run it, or even in terminal you can run this command, it will work. Okay, so if you just write this command, it is enough. The LangChain will be installed. And now from langchain.llms import Ollama. So in Ollama here you can see this code, right? LLM is equals to Ollama model is equals to Llama 2. So I'll just change this to Naruto. And there is something else need to be done. I need to update a base URL. Okay, for the base URL, I guess it should be in the official documentation here. Yeah. This is Ollama's official documentation. Okay, so just copy this local host. Okay, this local host 11434. This is for Ollama. Okay, so I'll give here base URL is equals to, I'll paste this here and I'll run this. Okay, okay. Now I'll run this. So you can see here LLM.invoke. So it is getting run here. You cannot see the output until the cell is completely run. Let's wait for it. It's running. Or it will throw error or it will run. Let us see. Because you can see here already the Naruto model is running. So it should definitely take it from the local host. Okay. And Naruto should run here. It's taking a bit time. I guess the answer is a pretty big, so it's taking a bit time. Let's wait for it to complete. So this video I have not even edited anywhere because I want you to see the content and everything properly. This is a kind of a bit live coding only. Okay. It's taking more time. Why is it should pop out the answer? Yeah, okay, the answer is here. See, oh, chill out, dude. I am not just a ninja, I am also a master of the nerdy arts. Okay, So you can see here this joke, you can read it. So you can see that Naruto is working and it is printing out the answer. So you can even ask related to Python and data science to it. So guys, I hope you all got this. So guys, I hope you all can see my screen now. So what we are going to do is, let me just open the project folder. So this is my project folder and here is the code for that, QA bot code. So I'm going to explain you all this in detail. So, and we'll be using Jamba research paper for this. So previously I have already created a video on Jamba research paper. So that based on that particular research paper only, today we are going to build a QA bot. Okay. So I'll remove this here and I'll type CMD. Okay, you will get the command prompt immediately, or you can open command prompt and you have to manually open this folder location. So I directly took this out and I'll type here Jupyter notebook. So now I'll just run this. So we'll wait for this to execute and open. You can see here now it has been executed. I can see the screen here. So I guess you all can see my screen here. Let me open this. So first you need to install Llama 2 and other things. Before that, like, let me just enable a markdown and paste an image here. So I hope you all can see this particular image, right, which I have right now. I have opened this particular image. This is called the architecture of RAG. Okay. So let me just give you all a brief overview about this. So here, first document loader, let it to be any URLs or a PDF or even you can say this one, a database. From anywhere in these three any sources, you are going to get the document. Okay, so this is our document, and whatever document we get, so that is called document loader, and then we are going to split the document into chunks. So it can be different chunks. So based on the sentence, we are going to split it into different chunks. So I'll be showing that in a code, but just understand the architecture for now. So when you see the code, you will get it more detailedly. And after this, so now whatever data we have split into chunks, right? This particular data will be sent to a storage, or you can see it is a vector DB, a vector database. Okay, guys. So vector database, there are many vector databases, right? Like you have Pinecone. So you can search for Pinecone. So this is a official Pinecone website, pinecone.io. So it is a free vector database. You will get here one free vector database, and you have ChromaDB, Fayaz, and many other vector databases are there. Like we can say even there is something called as Quadrant, and even MongoDB can be used now. MongoDB is also a vector database. Now we are going to use MongoDB as our vector database. Okay, I hope you all got this. And after this, what it happens, like whatever split we have made and whatever PDF data we have, right, everything will be stored in a vector database. And once this is done, the retrieval process will be starting, where you will be asking a question, and based on the question, the retrieval splits whatever splits it is there. And before that, we will be giving the prompt also. Okay, we are going to give the prompt, and we are going to like retrieve it with the help of that particular prompt and the cosine similarity method. There are different similarity methods also, like cosine similarity, map reduce. Different methods are there to retrieve the information. We are going to use cosine similarity for now. So using cosine similarity, we are going to retrieve this particular information. Whatever question we ask, based on that, the answer will be retrieved with the help of the LLM model, and it will be provided as a answer. I hope you all got to know about this particular data image, whatever we have. So don't worry, this image which you are seeing, it is just an example, and I'm just explaining you. This is a basic architecture. When you see the complete code, you will get the clear idea. Okay, so we are going to use Llama 2 for this particular video. We'll be using Llama 2 open source library and LangChain framework. Also, we'll be using PyPDF and PyMongo, where we'll be installing all this. Once this is done, now what I'll do is I'll copy the Jamba research paper path. Okay, I'll copy the path of Jamba research paper and I'll paste here. I have even MLOps book. Okay, so that was MLOps book actually, which consists of 477 chunks. So it's taking a bit time, like it is having a bit latency. So to complete this particular video fast, we are just taking a 1 MB file, which is Jamba research paper. You can try out with different books also. You can upload a books, any books. You can try to find out the answer based on this. So let me run this code. I have already installed all this, so I am not going to install them. So once this is done, the next task will be to check the page 1. So once you run this, you can see this is the content of our page 1. It is based on index. Okay, you can give it page 1, page 0. 0th index will be your first page. So I just gave page 1. This is the information of my page 1, whatever information I have. Okay, so now successfully PyPDF loader has extracted the data from our model. Okay, I hope you got it right. From our PDF, from our PDF, the data is extracted successfully. So it is in the text form now. What we are going to do now, we are going to use recursive character text splitter. So recursive character text splitter, you can see here from langchain.text splitter, import recursive character text splitter. So I can directly search here langchain recursive character text splitter. So you can see here, you got this right. You can open directly the LangChain's official web page. So what this will we do? A text splitter is the recommended one for generic text. It is parallelized by a list of characters. It tries to split on them in order until the chunks are small enough. The default list is /n, /n. So all these methods. So this is a default list method. This has the effect of trying to keep all paragraphs together as long as possible. So you can see here, this is the data chunk information what they have given, and this is what internally this recursive character text splitter uses. The separator we can give it like 0 width space or full width comma. These are different regex methods, you can say. So regex and Unicode error methods which we can get. So we can define all this. Okay. For now, you don't need to understand all this. Just see this particular code here. So page 1 is done. So recursive character text splitter, I took this, and chunk size is equals to 1000. So I took it as 1000 letters. Okay, each letter 1, 2, 3, 4 like this will be having 1000 letters as one chunk. Okay, and chunk overlap is equals to 0. What is chunk overlap? For suppose if there is some common names like Jamba. So Jamba might have been repeated multiple times in multiple places in our particular research paper. So if we define the chunk overlap, so it will not consider at that particular point of time. So when you want to retrieve the information correctly, you require to provide chunk overlap as 0 only. So I provided 0 only. You can try out, you can give it 20, 10, you can try out with the chunk overlap. Then what I did, I stored this complete code in a text splitter. Okay, now text is equal to text splitter dot split documents. So this is a inbuilt function available, split documents, and inside this I defined pages. Pages are nothing but whatever data we extracted, right, that we stored in a pages. So this is a pages variable. So this variable I defined here. So now if I run this, it will start to split. You can see how fast it is. It just took approximately not even 1 second. So fastly it retrieved the information. Okay. Now I'll run this. So this is the text 0 answer. So this is 1000 letters block. You can see here. This is the first chunk which is of 1000 letters. Jamba hybrid transformer Mamba language model. So you can see here. This is about it, and meta source data where we got from is Jamba PDF. And page 0, it is showing all this. Now let us check the length of this particular text, which is nothing but 53. In a sense, it created 53 chunks. 53 different chunks are there which it extracted from the entire data. Okay, and for this particular approach, right, I am not going to use Hugging Face. You might have seen many videos, many of them are using Hugging Face and Hugging Face embeddings. So I'm going to come up with a new approach. So we are going to use Ollama embeddings. Okay. So let me just show you one more thing. Like I took my screen up, so you can see here you can see, right? This is Ollama. Okay, it is running. So I guess you all can see this here. So Ollama is officially running in my laptop at the back end. What is Ollama? So for those who all don't know about Ollama, Ollama is you can say it's an open source model, or else you can say application which you can download in your laptop, with the help of which you can download all the open source models and run locally in your laptop. Like see ollama.com, like I'll run this. So in this you have many models here. You have Pi 3, which is recently released, which is 8 hours. This has been released by Microsoft. Okay. Previously Pi 2 was there. This is advanced version of Pi 2. Llama 3, which was released by Meta, I guess approximately 4 or 5 days back, and this is the update when they have updated yesterday. WizardLAMA 2, Mistral, Llama 2, CodeLLaMA, CodeLLaMA. There are many open source models. You can see if you keep scrolling down, you will be getting all those open source models continuously. So many open source models are there. You can directly download them easily in your laptop and run the code. Okay. So I'm going to use this model only. I have already downloaded Llama 2 in my laptop. So for your confirmation, just I'll open this and I'll select command prompt. Now you can see here Ollama list. You can see here I have Llama 2, Llama 3 and Mistral in my laptop. Okay. So this, I hope you got this. How to install Ollama and how to install Llama 2 or any other open source models. I have already created a detailed video on it. You all can check out that particular video. Link will be in the iCard section and also in this video description. Okay, you can click on the iCard and view it. Now let us import Ollama embeddings from langchain.community. Import Ollama embeddings. And embeddings is equals to Ollama embeddings. So in an embeddings variable, I stored it. So there is something called embeddings here. Like let me just click on integration and embedding model. So here you can see here AI21 Labs embeddings, AWB, Azure OpenAI embeddings, Bedrock embeddings. So BGE on Hugging Face embeddings. So these all are different embeddings which are available. So fast embedding by Quadrant, GigaChat, Firework embeddings, GPT-4 all embeddings, Google Vertex AI Plum embeddings, Gradient Hugging Face embeddings, Jinja and Minimax, Local AI, Mistral embedding. So you can just open this, you can see here. From langchain underscore Mistral AI, import Mistral embeddings. If you provide the Mistral embeddings open AI API key, you can use it. Okay. So it's very easy. You can use any of these embeddings. So whichever you like, you can use it. Even Spassy is there. SageMaker also it is there, in which you have the SageMaker point of view code, how to embed the data. You can have a look on this. It's very interesting. Okay. So now what we'll be doing. So once this is done, now embeddings are done. Now next task is to import our MongoDB. So to import MongoDB, first we definitely have to create a MongoDB database, right? So it's a quick overview here. Let me just build a database. Okay. So I'll give my database any name. It's cluster0. I'll give it as vector store. I'll give it vector store. Vector. Okay. Vector store. And it is using AWS and Hyderabad region. Let it to be the same. So, and I'm going to use the shared resource. So when it comes to shared resource, you can see here, this is free, right? 512 MB. This is enough for us. So select shared resource. And next, click on Go Advanced. So it's creating new cluster. Once it has created, you can see here, dedicated server. No, we are taking the free server only. So we took this and create the cluster. So once we create the cluster, we get the option for username and password. I already have a default username as Sai and password. I gave it password as 12345. So you can give any password, it doesn't matter. So I already have it, I'm not going to give it. If you want to give it, create your username, any name, and give your password, and immediately you will get here the option to create user. Okay, and here comes the important step. Not my local environment, make sure you select cloud environment. Okay, when you select the cloud environment, you can access it in cloud. If you select local environment, you should define your IP address here. Okay, remember this. You should define your IP address. So make sure select the cloud environment and give the IP address to whitelist it. Give it 0.0.0, like 4 times zeros /0. You can see here, right, how I gave. You can give it like this and add this. This one is my IP address, simply which I added. It doesn't matter. If you want, you can add your IP address, or else you can ignore it. I'll click on finish and close. You can see here, congratulations, the setting up the access rules. Go to database. So now the database is getting created. By the time, I'll just click on connect. When you click on connect to vector store, you can see here the drivers option, right? Select the drivers option, Python, let it to be 3.12 or later. I'll copy this, close. I'll go back here and I'll change the URL now. Okay, I'll change this URL, which is in the under client. And you all can see here the password. I hope you all can see this password here. So just change this password to the password which you have given. Okay, so I'll give it as 1 2 3 4 5. Follow the same step. Okay, and I'll run this. As soon as I run this, you can see here it created something called as a variable client, where it stored the URL. Okay, in this I gave again the DB name is equals to LangChain demo, and collection name is equals to MLOps. So I should give it Jamba, but it took MLOps. That is fine. That doesn't matter. Okay, or you can change it now also. I'll give it as Jamba research paper, right? So I'll give this, and collection is equals to client DB name and collection name. So this DB name it took and collection name. So collection is here. So now what is your next process is, from LangChain underscore community dot vector stores, import MongoDB Atlas vector search. So this is the code to import. Okay, so all this code which you are seeing, right, this code is already available in LangChain. You can see here MongoDB Atlas using LangChain. This is the documentation, LangChain documentation. So they used OpenAI, but we are using Llama 2. That's all. We are using. I'm coming up with the open source one mainly. Okay, I want you all to try out. So many of them will not be having their API keys, right? So I came up with open source here. You can see here. So the DB name and client and everything, vector search, everything is defined here. Okay. So now I'll run this. When I run this, it will start to store the data in my MongoDB database. So in this database, it will start to store it. So let's wait for it to start. So it has been started here. You can see here. So now this particular thing is running. Okay. So it is storing, but let me just reload it. So when I reload, I guess you can see. So immediately here you can see here in 11.4b bytes, which is and 197 out. Okay, so now I can just click on this. You can see here it started to work with it. Let me go back. I'll click on browse collections. Okay, so it hasn't created the collections yet. Let us wait for it to create the collections. Okay, so it is taking a bit time. You can see here the data, whatever we have, right? It's getting loaded. So let's wait for it to complete. So it's of 72 seconds now. It will take a bit time. When it comes to the shared resource, right? This is a shared CPU resource. So we cannot expect the MongoDB to be that fast. So let us wait for it to complete this information storage. Then we can see, okay? So let's wait for it. It's going on. Let us wait for it to complete. Okay. So I'll pause my video until that. There will be no changes made. Okay, guys. So don't worry. I'm just pausing it to save the time. Let that this particular whatever embeddings it is running, right? let that data to be saved, and immediately I'll resume the video and continue further. Okay. So guys, it has been loaded successfully. You can see here it took 23 seconds, but there is a small change in the code. Okay. So guys, you can see here, previously here we were having Ollama embeddings. Okay. I don't know why, but whenever I'm running Ollama embeddings, previously it was working good, but now it was crashing. So I changed the embeddings. I took fast embeddings. Okay. You can just open this here. So this is the one, fast embedded by quadrant. So this embeddings I took. Okay, so I told you, right, there are many embeddings, you can choose any one. So I took fast embeddings. With fast embeddings it was working great. So I have even you can see here, like, this is the project, right? Let it to open. So here you can see here, if I just click on browse collections, you can see here. So the local data size is 301.93 KB, storage size is this much, and index size, and you can see the document size also. Total document size is 53, that is 53 chunks we made, right? So it is 53 different docs. So you can see all the data here, everything is stored. So these all are the data. Okay, so page 5, 4, everything it is stored according to the pages. So what is our next target after this? So after this, what we are going to do? So once we are done with this, and once we have got the embeddings, right? So the next target will be to retrieve the information. For retrieving the information, right, there is something which we need to do. Like, let me open. MongoDB Atlas LangChain. I'll open this doc. So according to this doc, if you see here, so we need to create a vector search index. Okay. So vector search index, we have to go to our MongoDB's database. So this particular database you all can see here, right? Here what we have to do. So there, here you can see something called as Atlas search. Okay. So when you click on browse collections, you will get all this, right? Click on this Atlas search. And in this Atlas search, we are going to create a search index. Okay, create a search index and JSON editor. Next, so it is going to give you this. So here we have to change the code. Okay, so for this, let me go back here. I'll copy this. So copy this, whatever here it is there. So it is a cosine similarity, and it's a vector database, and path is embeddings. Okay, I'll copy all this. So everything it came, but the dimension. So each embeddings will be having their different dimension. So for quadrant, what is the dimension for this particular quadrant? We need to see of tokens. Now the behavior is like 512, so they are telling it is default 512 for this. So let me see for Ollama once, what was the Ollama embeddings. So for Ollama embeddings, okay, there is no specific dimensions mentioned. Okay, so for fast embedded quadrant, I need to see what are the dimensions, right? Let me just check it out. So for Ollama embeddings, you can see here, when I search Ollama embeddings dimension, it is giving 4096. So that is correct only. So when it comes to fast embeddings, like our fast embeddings, what is its? Let me just open the fast embeddings by quadrant. So let us check dimension for this also. So we have to change the dimension according to this. So I can see that it supports actually 384. Okay, so this particular quadrant dimension which we have, right, it's 384 dimensions. I got to know that, but I don't see here anywhere the dimensions of it. Normally they take it by default. Okay, so the dimensions are taken by default, but I don't know what is the issue with this particular one. So you can search that, guys, but normally I guess it's 384 is the embedding size. So let me give it 384 only for now. Okay, I'll change this to 384. If it throws any error, then we can change further. Okay, it will show us what is the expected embeddings at that particular time. So I'll give it 384 and we have to choose the database. So I'll select Jamba collection. Next, and this is the search index, create search index. So now the search index is set. Okay, so search index is set. We can go further for coding. So now that is however done, we'll run this prompt. So the prompt, what this custom prompt says, so consider the following research as yourself as a research paper expert. So based on the information and answer the following questions. Okay, whatever information you get, based on that answer the following questions. Okay, so I'll run this and we are giving a custom prompt template where context and question as an input variable. So from langchain.prompts we are importing the prompt template and we are running this. Now we will be using Llama 2, I told, right? So I have already installed Llama 2 as I showed you all. So now I'll run this. So Llama 2 is loaded in the variable called LLM. Now I'll run this. So now this will start to retrieve, but it gave us an error. What it says, query is equals to query not defined. Okay, so query we can give it as what is throughput analysis. Okay, so there is something called throughput analysis in research paper, okay, which tells us about the Jamba's analysis research report. So I'll run this. Now it will retrieve the answer, okay, so let us wait for it to run. So query, we are getting it here now. So it's trying to retrieve the information right now. So while retrieving, it might take some time. So let's wait for it to complete. So this video was a detailed explanation about RAG. So I know many of them might have felt what is this retrieval QA and what is this prompt template? What is actually the Ollama? So about Ollama, I already created many videos. There is a playlist for Ollama. So you can check out that introduction, installation, and how you can run Ollama on Docker. Everything I have created a videos. So what these fast embeddings are, what are embeddings? Many of them might have this confusion. So I'm coming up with the LangChain playlist, or even you can say it's a Llama index, whatever it is, like it's a framework. So I'll be coming up with LangChain playlist. So those who all are feeling okay, you want to learn more about this particular topics. So you all can comment below. I'll definitely come up with the playlist very soon. So I'm preparing the content for that. Okay, very soon it will be available to you all. So let me wait for it to retrieve the information soon. It's working right now. So the retrieving is completed. So it took approximately 200 seconds. So that is 3 minutes. It's a free version, right? So it is taking a bit time, and locally we are having the load in our laptop, right? We are loading the Llama 2 model, and it because of that load it is taking. You can see here, throughput analysis is a method used to evaluate the performance of computer system or network by measuring the capacity to handle a certain amount of workload specifically. So it is about this, right? So let us ask any other question also. Let me go to the home session and let me open the Jamba research paper. We'll come up with any new question now very soon, okay? I know the video is a bit long, but MongoDB we need to understand, then we have to definitely see it. So let me copy this Jamba implementation on a single. Let me copy this both here. So once you run this, then you only need this one, query and qa.invoke to retrieve the information. So I'll copy this. I'll go back. So I'll paste this here. Now query is equals to invoke. Yeah, let us run this. So was it there any space? Oh, I guess it will come up with the answer. It's fine. Let us wait. So I forgot the space to give here. That's fine. It will come up with the answer, I feel. Definitely it can retrieve the information. Let us wait for it. There is load in my laptop, so let me just check what I can close for now. So let me exit Brave. Taking time to retrieve the information, but okay. So now you can see it got executed. It totally took 116 seconds. So let us just copy this, paste it here, and run this. You can see here, based on the provided research paper, the implementation Jamba on a single not mentioned. They provided information about the memory requirements and which is the list of 80 GB. Therefore, the answer for the question. Okay, so it is telling it is not provided as a context, but there is some issue with this. Definitely, we can improve it. So you can see here the output it is coming. So it should provide us according to this. I guess there was some technical issue in this code, but you can try this prompt tuning. So come up with a new prompt, give it a prompt and try again with a rerun it. So then the model will definitely work. So I hope now you understood what is RAG actually. The main objective of this particular video was to explain you all about RAG and how you can perform it with MongoDB, then achieving the greater results. So it gave us some results properly only. So when it comes to here, it takes more time for retrieval. So maybe because of that and the spacing issue was there. It's fine. You all can give a try. The code link will be in this video description. So you can access it and you can run it. Okay. Techies, you can see here, this is the Docker Hub documentation where Ollama's code is or the commands are there using which you can pull the Ollama repo and you can use it, okay, in your laptops locally. So I'll show you all how you can do that. Before that, if you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel and on the bell notification for latest data science and LLM content. So now guys, what we'll be doing, here you can see the option only for CPU, NVIDIA GPU, and even for AMD it is available. AMD and install with YAM and DNF. You can use any of them. So AMD is here, okay. Or you can run the model locally also. So to run the model locally, this is the command. So before that, let's just configure the Ollama first. So for that, what I'll be doing, let me just show you all. Ollama is running here. You can see this here. Ollama is already installed in my laptop and it's running. If you have not watched my previous video, just you can check that and come back here, okay, where I have shown how you can install Ollama. Now what you are gonna do, you will just open a new tab, okay. So this tab, before that, let me just open CMD here. So Ollama list. So guys, you can see here Ollama list. In this you can see here the LLM models which I have, okay, and even my Docker is running. Docker stats. Okay, wait. Okay, so my Docker, I have quit the Docker. 1 second. So I'll just run the Docker. You have the command to run the Docker also. I just thought this will be the easy way to run. So if you have not installed Docker, by the time it gets up, let me just show you all. Just go to Docker desktop, just search for Docker desktop. So my engine is starting. Okay, let it start. By the time you can see a Docker desktop, and you can just open this download for Windows, or you can just open this page, you will get it. So you can download it for Windows, Mac, and even for Linux, any of them, it's of your choice. So now my container is up. So I'll just click on build, or just I'll click on dev environment. So I'll just delete this. So I'll create a new environment. Okay, create a new dev environment, and name of it will be Ollama, and local directory, I'll just select the path as in desktop. I'll just go for Ollama 1 folder. So I'll just select this particular path, continue, and it's preparing out the container for us. Or the environment, it's just creating the dev environment here, you can see here. You can even pull your GitHub repo also. I'm just showing you all locally, that's all. So you can just give a try for GitHub repo, continue, and you can just open it in VS Code. Now for that, what you will do, you can just directly click on this VS Code if you want to do it in your environment, or you can just click on done. So this is running right now. Let me just open VS Code once. VS Code. I guess I should see the images here. Just click here. You can see this icon, right? Many of them might have thought, what is the use of this blue color icon here? Open the remote windows. Okay. And just search for attach a running dev container. So it is searching for it. I guess my container is not yet up or something. It's running. Okay. Let me just go to containers. Yeah, it's running. So let me just go back and check again. Attached to running container. So you can see here Ollama app 1. So just I'll click on this. I'll close this. Okay. So you can see here now my Ollama desktop version, or else you can say my Docker version is here. I have opened it in VS Code. You can see the name here. Okay. And even you can see that it's opening the remote repo. It's just getting configured here. It takes a bit time, but it will get configured. So it's starting the server. Let me just close this. Okay, this one. You can see here it is done, right? So now what you will do here, just click on terminal. Okay, new terminal. This is the new terminal. Terminal. New terminal. Help, why it's not running? Okay, let me just close this and open again. Or I'll just directly open from here also. Go here and open in VS Code. So it should start the container. Okay, so it has directly opened here. If you open it with the UI also, you can definitely open it here, or even you can open it with the command. So I am just using the UI for user friendly, and even you can understand it. So for that, it's just installing the server. Okay, so now it is attached. You can see in that folder this code, whatever I have written, previous videos, everything is here. So I can just reuse them if I want. But now let me just go here, terminal, new terminal. And you can see here root docker.com.dev environments.code. Okay, so this is my Docker environment. So I can now just write the command here. So the command is to get the Ollama installed. Where is this? Yeah. So in this you can see here, first copy this CPU only, and then to run a particular model, that is the command. So first let me just run this docker run Ollama root path and everything. So it's just getting installed. Okay, so it's done. Now I'll just copy this code and I'll paste it and run. You can see here pulling the manifest. So it is installing the Llama 2 model. You can see here. So it is installing Llama 2 model, but it's 3.28 GB. Just a second. Let me just move myself up, or let me just hide myself. So guys, you can see here it is getting installed. It's 3.8 GB total. So if it was already available in my laptop, then it would have definitely run. But in my laptop it is available, but not in this particular GitHub, Docker environment, right? So it is getting installed. $380 MB. It is going to take a bit long. Let me just pause the video until it get completely installed, then we'll continue further. Okay. Okay, so guys, you all can see here it's getting installed completely. Verifying SHA-256 digest. Yeah, let it to complete this. Taking a bit time. So successful. This should be done by now. The Docker container, right? So it's taking a bit time. Let me enable myself and I'll just take this up. Okay, so here. Taking a bit time, but it will definitely be installed. Okay, it depends on your laptop's configuration and how well the things are running. So if you see, there are many apps running internally in my laptop, so all these apps are continuously running. Even Ollama is running in the background and everything is running, right? So a kind of OBS and everything, like all the setup things are running, so it's taking a bit time for me, but it will install for you all very soon. Okay. Yeah, so it is done and it is even up also. You can see here. Now the Llama 2 model is up. So you can ask here any question. So what is Python programming? Just a simple question, okay? So I'm just giving it to test, that's all. You can ask any questions of your choice and it depends on you guys, okay? So it starts to execute. So we can see there. It's actually running on my local environment only, right? So it's taking a bit load out, but it will work. You can see here it's printing, but it's taking a bit time for me. So guys, I guess you all understood how you can configure to Docker, okay? And let me know if you want to know about any other topics in data science, and if you want to learn, just comment that which topic I want to create a next video on, and I'll definitely go through that particular topic and create a video for you all. Okay? So that's getting done. You can see here you are getting the output. Okay, I'm not just going to let it completely do the thing. So you can see here Python is a high level interpreted programming language that is widely used in various. You can see here it will definitely print the complete output. So I'm just not going to continue this. I'll just stop this here only, and I'll say slash by. Okay, so it should close now. Now the same command, but now this time I'll give here, I'll remove this Ollama, okay, and Ollama list. You can see here the Llama 2 model is installed. So you have to write here the command docker execute -8 Ollama list. Okay, so I hope you all got that right. So the same whatever I have done in my previous videos, okay. So the Naruto GPT or sorry Naruto LLM model which I have created, right? The same LLM model you can try to create on Docker also. So you can see here the code, these codes are already available. This one, this if you run this particular code, that is enough, it will get executed, okay. And even this particular code what it is available here. So if you just run this, it will get executed. You all can give a try on that. So guys, I hope this video is very interesting to you all. Meet you all in the next video. So that's all for today's video. Bye bye.